What's up, guys? Musty Hobbit, and I missed you guys. The month of November was a weird one for me. It had been coming off of Portland. I sort of come home with a little bit of the con plague or whatever you want to call it, and it just didn't really. It really kind of put me in a spot where recording stuff really wasn't super advantageous. So I wanted to take the opportunity now to sort of just tell you what I've been up to. Show off just a couple of pickups. I had some other stuff, but I think I'll just show you kind of the best of the best for the month of November, and then sort of set the stage for the rest of the year. So again, like I said, coming off of Portland, I was asked to guest on the Cartridge Club Game of the Month podcast. We were playing Dead Space. So the record we did was obviously P1 and P2, Adam from Replayability, J-Rock the Game Rocker, and Tim from Haru OK. It was a lot of fun. It was one of the best records that I've had to date, and it was a blast talking about this game. So whether you have or haven't played this game, give it a listen. We don't go into too spoilery territory. We certainly keep some of the big secrets secret. So I would suggest that you give this a shot, or at least give us a listen. It was a lot of fun. So in the month of November, we played Parappa the Rappa as our game of the month. And as I understand, the podcast just got released, so I have some listening to go do. But I had picked this up, got a brand new copy off of eBay for really a very good price. It was sealed, so I had to remedy that. But I sat down and beat this in my first try. It took me about maybe an hour or two to get through. I am no novice to rhythm games, so that I think played into my favor, although I understand that some people had some trouble, so I'm not trying to rub it in anyone's face, but it was fun. And obviously my 3-word review will go toward that podcast, so give that a listen when you have the opportunity. Another big pickup that I had was actually in October. It happened before Portland. I just haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. But my sister got married, so I have now picked up a brother-in-law. But at the wedding, the rehearsal dinner in particular, I was talking with some of the other groomsmen, one of them being his brother, about Super Nintendo and video games in general. And I brought up, the highest game that was on my list at that point. And he seemed intrigued. I was like, okay. He's like, well, I think I have that. You can have it if you want. I was just like, okay, well, I'm only going to be here this weekend. So, yeah, however that works. Surprisingly enough, on Saturday when he showed up for the actual wedding, reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a copy of Secret of Mana and said, here, take it, it's yours. So I have a copy of Secret of Mana again. Thank you so much. This is awesome. And I really only got the chance to chat with you a little bit. And then you dropped this in my lap. So that is great. No one's going to ever turn down free, but this has a story behind it now, and that's really fantastic. And a former Cartridge Club Game of the Month. I've been speaking of podcasts. I did also guest on the STC Pod, episode 109, and with Bill and Joe, and I had a lot of fun recording that too. Go give that a listen. That was the episode that took place on the 19th of November. Again, episode 109. Go check it out. You can't miss it. My face is plastered all over that thumbnail. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate being able to guest on STC. I hope that it's not the last time, so I hope that you enjoyed having me on. So the last thing I want to leave you with was one more pickup, and I actually went retail on these. These are Sega CD games that I found at my local game shop. And so to give you a little bit of background here, I normally don't talk price. We actually were talking about that on STC. But in this case, I wanted to tell you what I paid for these and what these value at this point in time. So right now, I spent basically I have 3 games. I spent $12 a piece on these games, which For Sega CD, in good shape. The cases are intact. The manuals are all here. I think in general that's going to be a pretty good price for Sega CD games. Two of the games that I got actually top above $30 individually. So I actually got quite a deal here. So let me show you what we've got. Two of these are FMV games. I always talk about loving my FMV games down here. The first of which is Dragon's Lair, which is just an absolute staple. And this, is the beginning of the whole QuickTime event style game. I hope to play all three of these really during a CC Hangout one of these days. I haven't done that in a while, so hopefully we can dive in there. So Dragon's Lair is the first. Keeping in the Don Bluth theme, we have Space Ace, another arcade classic. This one, I have a hard time surviving past the first 15 seconds, so I am going to need to practice. Hopefully I can get much better at that, so I can actually enjoy the game. And then the last of which, and again, this game goes for over $36 individually, which is what I paid for all three of these games, and that's Mickey Mania. This came out for the Super Nintendo and for the Sega Genesis. I've been told that this is the best version because of the music, because of the sound effects, the voice that they've included. There's even a special level specifically for Sega CD. So I'm looking forward to playing that. This one plays, unlike your Castle of Illusion and your World of Illusion, you actually play through old Mickey episodes. You start off with Steamboat Willie and work your way through different classic Disney Mickey episodes. So I'm very happy to have these three Sega CD games, which were all on my list, and I got at a very good price. So with that, I think I'm going to leave you there. I do want to thank you for coming by. I know it's been a couple weeks since we've talked, but I have, again, like I said, I'm feeling much better now. I'm hoping that that's the last of it for the rest of this week, or the rest of this week, month, year. That'd be nice. So for the next couple of weeks, I think I'm going to be setting up what will be sort of my culmination of 2016, which I think has been a very good year for me, despite obvious things that are going on in people's lives that have either made this year horrible or great or horrible again, and it'd be nice to just kind of put all that behind us and just move on to 2017. I do just want to say to this point, the people that I've had the opportunity to meet this year and the things that I've been able to see and the places I've been able to go have all been worth it, and I've really enjoyed every minute of it, despite the other stuff that goes on. So hopefully you guys can all find a little bit of that silver lining somewhere. But anyways, I've been Musty. Take care of yourself. Be good to each other.